is going to hold up for. So let me just get straight into it. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I am Deborah, also known as Nonconformist Eyewear. Thank you so much for joining. So I'm really just doing my nighttime routine, and right now I'm just adding some raw castor oil to my skin. um, I love to do this for my nighttime to give myself some TLC and allow these wonderful products to penetrate into my skin. Um, so lock double head. Shout out to the men and women who are rocking their freeform locks. I am also a freeform lock wearer. I'm also a woman with very, very, very fine hair. Very, very fine, thin strands of hair. And yeah, maybe when I do the next video, I'll talk about, getting thick locks, even though you may have fine hair like me. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Good evening, greetings. Let me know in the comment section where you are joining from. I'd love to say, give you a shout out, just to appreciate you. Now, I may not see your comment straight away because I think YouTube takes a while before it shows the comment section. If you were in my last live broadcast, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. You probably saw me putting on some castor oil the last time. That's what I just put on my face, just a tiny little drop. And did you know that castor oil has so many great properties? One thing I know that I find it useful for is if I have an upset stomach. If I have an upset stomach for some reason, some unexplainable reason, that's what I wanted to say, I'll just dab a little bit on my belly button, and for some reason, it works. If you've got an upset stomach, just dab a little bit on your belly button and you will be fine. Okay, I'm looking over here because I've got my bits here, but I should bring them forward. Ivorian gold. Ivorian gold. Um, so Ivorian gold is not gold in terms of the precious metal. Ivorian gold is Ivorian shea butter. It's like gold. Oh, absolutely delightful. Now, I have used shea butter, I want to say almost all of my life. Almost all of my life. I've used it for a long time. This is a perfume oil that I got from Dubai recently. It has some undertones of oud. I love anything oud. More of the masculine undertones. I prefer that than the girly feminine ones. So that's perfume oil. Those are my favorites. I prefer using perfume oils for fragrance. Thank you so much for joining. Greetings, hi. All right, okay, I've got my hair up because I literally just came out of the shower. But I wanted to discuss, for those of you who are lock wearers who follow me on YouTube, and I wanted to just talk about having double heads. Literally all of my locks, maybe except maybe one or two, all have sections like that. So you may be wondering how these have come about, what I did to get them. The short and simple answer is, let me take it down. The short and simple answer is nothing. I basically just keep my hair clean. And I'll keep saying this in all of my live broadcasts, all of my videos, all of my shorts. I make sure I keep my locks clean. Yeah. I have a lot of sun-kissed locks. So parts of my locks that are exposed to the sun, which is usually from about here. You'll see all of the tips of my locks are browned, you know, and that's just from the sunshine. Yeah, but the one important thing I don't scrimp on when it comes to my hair is keeping it clean. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Everything else to me is secondary, but the primary thing to do with my locks is to keep them clean. So you can see the parts that are closer to my scalp, they're a lot more darker, and then these parts at the tip are a lot more browner. And I like that. I actually like it because some people think that I have maybe dyed them or I put color in them. Yeah, this is sun. This is the sun doing all of that. Just kind of bleaching it, so to speak, naturally. But anyway, the lock heads. How did I get all this stuff? Each and every one of my, I want to say I have about in total between 10 and 15 locks. Yeah, and so each of them have heads on them, and basically it's just allowing them to do what they need to do. So if I say, for example, this one here that's attached somewhere here, all of these locks that you see here were somewhere here to start off with, and they've joined up and they've formed all these double heads. So, and I like them, they're just so unique. It's just interesting to look at how hair can just morph and do its own thing without you doing anything to it. So these aren't created by me. Nature really did all this by itself. Yeah, and I know over time they will all marry up to some degree, and maybe some of them will just stay how they are for now. Yeah. So this is every single one has something either at the ends or along the shaft, and I've got a lot of new growth coming in somewhere here, right here in the middle. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I see a few of you in the house. Greetings. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. So I see some new growth here, and I know when I'm looking at this, you can see as I'm touching it, right, that it's pulling on one of these, which is this. So it's more than likely these new locks are going to join up to this one. They're already joining up anyway, as you can see. It's already joining up. Can you see? Yeah. So I think I have some new locks coming in here as well. Do I have any fluff in my hair? It might be silvers in my hair. I think it is. Yeah, so we got a lot of silver coming in. I love that as well. So if you want to have these double-headed stuff in your locks, the one thing I'm going to say to you is leave them. Leave your locks. I mean, leave your locks to be. Now, I can only speak from the perspective of what I do, which is I wear my locks this way. So allow them to flow freely. Again, just making sure that they are clean. That's the most important thing, and so that they don't retain any kind of gunk or junk. And one of the other things that I do or don't do is I don't add any products to my locks. Yeah, I don't add anything to it because I don't want them getting clogged up with any junk. But the important thing is, as these have been growing for the last almost 5 years, in a couple of weeks they'll be 5 years old. What I have done is to stay away from anything that requires me to, manipulate and do all that. Because I think if I had been manipulating them, doing all of that, these will all be, you know, tucked in, or if I do the crochet hooking, then these would have been all put in. So that's why I have tons of these, situation here. Yeah. So if you want these type of double heads, this is what I did. I just allowed them to grow and do their thing. I don't manipulate them or go to the salon. I've been to the salon, I think, once, no, maybe twice since I've had my locks. I used to go and get them washed once in a while if I just feel like I need someone else to do it for me. And two, I had a massive, massive Congo somewhere at the back, somewhere here in the middle, which was getting in the way of me putting on my clothes. It was so thick, it's bunched together, and I think the remnant of that lock is, I think this is one of those that I had to cut and separate from that huge lock, and this one is also one of them, as you can see, and it's still super big. Can you see how big and flat it is? Super, super big, with also its own heads. Yeah, also with its own heads. Can you see all that? Look. So that's the only time I've been to the salon to get them washed by someone else just as a treat, and to get those that lock separated before it got too big, and it was just getting in the way, and then it was pulling on my scalp as well because it was carrying a lot of weight. So once I cut those, I've just left them. Okay, so that is it about the double head. Now, Ivorian gold. I am using some shea butter, but this is from Ivory Coast, because you know shea butter is indigenous to Africa. I think mainly, don't quote me on this, but I think it's mainly to West Africa. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, please put in the comment box if shea butter is not only um, indigenous to West African countries. Not all West African countries, but for the most part, West African countries are the ones who produce uh, shea butter. And I have used Ghanaian shea butter, I have used Nigerian shea butter, I have used shea butter available in the Gambia, although I'm not sure if it comes, it's made in the Gambia. And this is the Ivorian shea butter. And I picked this up today. So this is the part talking about products. I picked this up today. And the reason why I really like this, you um, remember a minute ago I was talking about um, liking fragrances that have um, more stronger undertones or masculine undertones. So this has lemongrass in it, and I love lemongrass. You know, I just love this. I love the smell of anything citrusy. So yeah, this is just, and it's so um, it's been whipped anyway. So shea butter doesn't come like this naturally. It's quite a thick butter, but it's been whipped. So, and it's basically just, you know, it just melts as you can see. So I use it sort of on just my skin. Some people say, oh, don't use shea butter on your face, it'll clog up your pores. No, it doesn't do anything like that for me. You know, we all are different. Our skin is different. Our skin can tolerate some things. Some people's skin can't tolerate certain things. I have been using this for shea butter anyway, in whichever form or with whichever type. I have been using this for the longest of time, you know, and I absolutely love it. So that is what I'm referring to as Ivorian gold. It is just so delicious on the skin, absolutely delicious for the nighttime. So I treated myself to that today, and also I treated myself to some uh, cocoa butter, raw cocoa butter whipped up as well with some oil. There's an oil in it. There's an oil in it just to keep it soft. And this is just, oh, this is like, oh, it's like I want to eat it. Like, it smells so good. It's like I want to eat it. So again, you know, just a little tiny bit. You don't need too much, just a little bit, you know, and there you go. Just a little bit, just a little bit, you know. And shea butter, you can use it even if you've got aches and pains and joints, you know, issues, or you've got scabs on your skin, you've got scars. Here's the thing about shea butter, and I'm gonna tell you this, yeah, it is not, I'll repeat, it is not an overnight cure. It doesn't work overnight, no. You have to use it for an extended period of time, maybe months, years, even before you see results. But eventually, your skin will get used to it, and then you start to see results. So that is all I wanted to share with you. Just getting ready for the night to retire for the evening. But I thought, as you enjoyed the last video where I said get ready with me, I thought, well, let me show you my nighttime routine. So I usually pull this up for bedtime because it gets in the way, and sometimes because they're long now, I have ones that are as long as bra strap length. Some are on my collarbone, on my neck. I have to pull it up. I'm going to redo this anyway when I finish this live broadcast, but I just like pulling it up. And I've got these short pieces here, a lot of loose natural hair, a lot of loose hair. None of my locks are actually completely locked right to my scalp. And I love that because I'm also tender headed. So this is one of the reasons also why I decided to free form lock my hair, because I don't want to have to do too much. And I find that for the first time in my entire life, for the most part of my life, I had my hair natural and short. I just cut that. I cut it short. I just have a short afro. Throughout primary school, high school, university, yeah, I was even sometimes bald. Excuse me, bald. It was just easy. So now I am growing it out. This is the longest I've ever had my hair. This is the longest, and I love it. So freeform locks allows me to be free. I have the freedom of not having anything pulling on my scalp. Nothing's tight. Everything is nice and loose. It's just brilliant. Yeah, I love it. So if you have any questions, put them in the comment box. I will answer them when the video has finished, or let me have a look and see if there's any questions in the comment section. I think I see. Uh, um, Hello, I'm fine, thank you. Good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So someone says hi. I'm not sure about the other comment. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. Um, Someone said your hair is really beautiful and growing it to that length is dedication. Absolutely, it is. You have to be so patient. You have to have a lot of patience. I have the patience of a saint. I think also one of the reasons why I am so dedicated to it is because I'm a mom as well. I have, adult kids now, young adult kids. And when you are raising children, you need to have a lot of patience with them. If you didn't have any patience before you had kids, you certainly would have to learn a lot of patience because they will test you. And if you are quick to react, you will say and do the wrong thing that you may end up regretting for the rest of your life. So being able to practice a lot of patience with my kids, if I can do that with human beings, yeah, who are my offsprings, who I birth, why can't I do that with basic hair? Yeah. So of course the early days wasn't so easy to start. And even now sometimes, I look at it and I think, oh, it's not looking the way I want it to look, but it's all right. Another few months, it's changed again. It looks so different. It looks fuller. Sometimes I look at it and it looks really fine and thin, and then yeah, it just swings round and about. But that's what's really helped me to get to this stage. I've had quite a lot of people ask me, um, especially when I do some of my modeling work, because yes, I do runway modeling as well. And when I do my modeling work, I have some of the young ladies say, hey, I really want to have locks like yours. What did you do? Or what do I have to do? And one of the things I always say to them is you need a lot of patience. It's not going to become like this overnight. It just won't. It's not possible. And so if you don't have the patience to see it through the stages, when it's not going to look like anything, it's not going to look like what you actually envisage it to look like. It's not going to look like what you see on someone's head. Your locks will never look like someone else's. Ever, ever. Never, ever is it going to look exactly like someone else's. No matter how much you desire it, no matter how much you manipulate it or not, it's never. It's just going to be unique to you. So I often say to, those who ask me who don't have locks, and say, hey, I want to have locks like yours, that you have to have patience. And I can see the look on their faces like, oh, how long? I said, well, to get to where I am now, it took me 5 years. Oh, so long. I'm like, well, it flies by so quickly. Before you blink, I remember when I started, it was lockdown. I started in March. If anyone remembers lockdown, it was about March when the world shut down and we were all at home. So it was really the beginning of it. And I guess that was a good period for me to actually lock my hair because we were at home. Before then, I had just a big, massive afro. I just had my afro, and usually what I would do, I would just do twist, two strand twist, one on this side, one on this side, and one in the middle, just because of the shape of my hair on my head. I tend to have more hair here, and I have this bit in the middle, whilst I have my indentation here, and this has always been like that. I think maybe as I'm getting older, I'm losing some hair, but I also think I'm actually growing more hair there because naturally, this is how my hair has always been. I actually wanted to use as a thumbnail a photo of myself when I was about 4 or 5. So just to show you that my hairline has stayed the same way. But I think with aging, some of it, I'm losing some. And also, I think I'm gaining some at the same time. Because, you know, I've had locks growing around here that I thought, okay, fine. But I have baby, really, really fine hair. And this is also one of the other reasons as a fine haired woman as to why I don't do any tight styles or manipulate or all that. I think it would probably just chop all the edges of my hair off. And before you know it, my hair is kind of starting somewhere here. And I don't want that. That's not really a look that I would want, bearing in mind I already have fine hair anyway. So when you have fine hair, I would say, if you ask me as a fine haired man or woman, should you free from lock your hair, I would say that's the best options out of all the different locks going. And maybe, yeah, I'm a bit biased because I'm free from lock, but the reason I say that is it's because you will get lots of hair clumping together to give the illusion of your hair being really, really thick, because your hair is naturally fine. You get what I mean? Okay, I think I've said enough anyway. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for all your comments. Stay tuned for more live broadcasts. I hope you subscribe to my channel and share with others. And let me know in the comment section if you are a lock wearer. I am not against any. In fact, all natural hairstyles to me is my thing. That's my thing. Then, of course, if you are a lock wearer, that's my thing. And then, of course, if you're free from lock wearer, even better. But I'm not biased to any type of locks, because we're all individuals, and what works for one person doesn't work for somebody else. So I feel like if anyone is even wearing their hair in their natural state, that is like big top kudos to you. All right, so keep up the great work. And if you are thinking of locking your hair and you want to go down this path of free from locking your hair, and you have any questions, feel feel free to leave them in the comment section. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next live broadcast. Okay, all right, ciao.